I thank you. We the realest alive. Hi, hater. Bye, hater.
Bye, hater. Bye, Felicia. Not today. Not tomorrow either.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Houston Astros. Okay, Zingy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And today's starter, Hunter Brown. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Ready to go? Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a foul ball. There's a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Right now, the leading RBI man in the American League. He's been huge this season. First offering, and it just misses. Brown was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Brennan stands at first with 1 out.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
No strike.
Fought off foul. That one missed.
3-1.
That clips a corner.
Okay.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's got it. 2 away.
Batting fourth, first baseman.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Daniel Schneemann.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit right now. I mean, he knows it, his team knows it, everybody in the stands knows it, but they need him to turn it around. You know, I'm told he's putting in some extra work in the cages, as he should be doing, so we'll see if he can break out right here.
And here's the first baseman, Jhonkensy Noel. There's the strike.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
And that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground to third. They get the force, and that is the inning. One left for the Guardians. Now here come the Astros. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston. And today's starter, Tanner Bybee. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No ball. 2 strike.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Rocchio hauls it in, and there's one away. Now we check out the Astros lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Siggy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, and that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be
headed towards the corner. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Yordan Alvarez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-0. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Just missed. In for a strike, now 3-1.
3-1.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. And they get the out on Alvarez. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Christian Walker up next for the Astros. There's a strike. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Swing and a miss at a slider.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Line drive, base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. The throw into second. He's in safely at second as a run scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And that one is downstairs, and the count is 1-1. Ground ball right side. Noel steps on the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston, new inning getting started. So in now for Cleveland, David Fry. Brown back to work. That's down and in.
1 ball, no strike.
Swings and misses, and the count 1-1. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone, Boog, from Clyde. Nothing crazy though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Rogers throws to first and quickly one away in the second.
Batting 6th, catcher Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Here's Lane Thomas. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Clips the corner. 0-1. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
1 and 2.
And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Guardians fail to score. They're down 1-0.
Going, yeah, we in go mode. Going, yeah, we in go mode.
Yeah, we in go mode, never going slow mo.
Going, we in go mode.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now, Isaac Paredes. And that one is inside ball 1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Fastball for a strike. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Brendan Rodgers up next for the Astros. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1-1.
And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Good eye right there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. Lifted in the air, right field. And that will end the inning. So they make short work of him there. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Astros 1 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. He was late there. Strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Left field. Alvarez in position. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry.
Batting ninth, shortstop.
Here's Brian Rocchio. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Rocchio playing up the middle at short, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was born in Venezuela.
Yeah.
That's in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. 1 out, bases empty. Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. 1 and 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the 1 out hit turns the lineup over.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now Stephen Kwan hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And the batter now, Will Brennan. That's off the mark. 1 and 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And that is out of play. Two on, 1 out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And here is Jose Ramirez. Fly to center his first time. And that one almost got him. And that one fouled off. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs. And he chases that one. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And we're back. And now the right fielder, Chas McCormick.
Right fielder, Chas
That misses. Ball 1. McCormick went deep twice in his last game. And that one cutting but missing down low. Fastball for a strike at 95. And that's down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Here comes a 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 1 with a flyout. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And that skips in the dirt.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next offering misses down and away. In the air on the infield. Noel settles underneath it. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Mauricio.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Doubled his first time up. Swings through that one for strike one.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
And that is that.
This is for all my go-getters, we made it. Yeah, we made it. Welcome to the celebration. And this is word to the haters, we never stop it. Shout out to all of you haters, thank you for watching. We made it.
Back here at
Leading
Dyken
off
Park,
for Cleveland,
start of the fourth,
first
and now the
baseman,
first baseman, John Kenzie Noel. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Fry at the plate and takes high there. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Kicks and deals. That to right. McCormick has it sized up. Snags it for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Handles, throws to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Astros 1 and the Guardians nothing. Back here in Houston, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Yordan Alvarez. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Catcher, Yainer.
Down, base is empty. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
Ball, no strike.
And that misses off the outside edge.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
3-2 now. 2 down,
Three
nobody
ball,
on.
two
We're
strikes.
here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Cut on and lifted in the air. Quan settles underneath it. And that is that. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off for
pitcher's
Cleveland.
duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Brown back to work. There's the strike.
You know, these Guardians
One
just
strike.
lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen
One
it
ball,
quite a
one
bit
strike.
today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Dubon has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Now it's the second
Schneemann.
baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Fly to left his first time. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Fastball for a strike. On the ground, out to short. Fires over to first. He's out.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
And now the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's in there for strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Astros 1 and the Guardians nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman, Isa Paredes.
And ball one.
Outside.
Little chopper rolls foul. That pitch gets the corner, and the count 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And that's
Okay.
outside. There's a swing and a drive. Brennan going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Typically not easy to go deep to center field, but he almost did right there and got a little help from the wind, just not enough.
And there's a foul ball.
One ball, two strikes.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for two. The relay throw. And in there with a double off the wall.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Strike two. Rogers over at second, one down. The shortstop takes the ball.
Two.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Now one missed. This one in the air. Noel makes the grab. Two down. So up next, Chas McCormick. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right through there for a strike. In there at the knees.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Caught him looking for the K. So one hit is all they get. We're through five. It's the Astros 1 and the Guardians nothing. Back here in Houston, top of the sixth inning. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. In the air, left field, Alvarez. And there's one down. Now the number 2 hitter, Will Brennan, 1 for 2. Brennan, 27 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. The Astros up by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. On the ground, and it's through for a hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Man at first with one gone. Jose Ramirez digs in now and fouled off. Man at first, one away. Swing and a foul out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jhonkensy Noel. Both 2 in this one. Out to short. Over to Rogers. That ends the frame. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Astros 1 and the Guardians nothing.
Never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers, no.
Well, we go bottom 6, and now the DH, Jose Altuve. First pitch misses.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
Safe at second.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. Dubon hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tanner Bybee out of the game, and he exits in line for the loss, but overall he pitched pretty well. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. New pitcher on here, Trevor Stephan.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Stephan winds and deals. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Altuve leads off second with nobody out and misses inside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 2.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
First and second, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. He takes it on his own. They limit the damage here. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brian King.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Stepping up for the Guardians, David Fry.
David Fry.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He'll circle the bases, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. And that one fouled off. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Step off, throw to first. Naylor back in on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
The 1-1. Trying to bunt his way on. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
First and second. No outs. Here's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. And he lays down a bunt. And foul ball. Misses. Now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. So the tying run at second. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio.
Well, there's no hiding in this spot. Bases loaded now, and no more wiggle room for any more mistakes like that.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Brian King won't go any further tonight, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Miguel Castro.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And that is out of play. Ripped, but it curls foul. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Hit on the ground, might be 2. 1 at second. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs. Inning over, but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. This is Guardians baseball on the Show, Ohio. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. Edge of the zone for a strike, 0-1.
Nope, that's away.
Line drive. And out number 1 on the grab.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it's fouled away. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Clips the corner, and it's 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
A little bit low. Fair ball.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Altuve now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. This one popped up right side. And that'll get down for a hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Kind of just punched it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
Dubon stands in now and watches strike 1. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 left for the Astros. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brian Abreu. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. It's something to improve.
No outs, runner at 1st. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. And that's outside.
Pure base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Now move to 1st. Brennan dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
In this situation, you're pretty eager to try to get that runner up to 2nd base in the scoring position. A lot of good things can happen from there, but clearly not able to get back to 1st on the pickoff. Nice job by the pitcher.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Fought off foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That's down and in.
You know, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Throw the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Jhonkensy Noel. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
I mean, he's pitching right now like a guy who doesn't have more than a 93-mile-per-hour fastball at best.
Out to short, Pena. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
And fouled off. And that one fouled off. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th.
That's a ball.
Just misses there. Got him swinging for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Astros 2 and the Guardians 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tim Herron.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ground ball right side, and that goes foul. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and they get the out on Alvarez.
Up next for the Astros. First baseman.
And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. One down, base is empty. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3. And stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Strike on the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Next offering upstairs. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now at the plate, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a ground ball. Ramirez sends it to first. That ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Astros 2 and the Guardians 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Josh Hader.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Well, 1-run game, Bo Naylor now at the plate. 1 for 3. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
A pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Swing and a ball popped up. Rogers. That's out number 2. Last out for the Guardians in this one. Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Ball 1, no strikes.
No, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And that one sliced foul. They're down to their final strike.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
The Guardians down to their final strike. That's a little bit low. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2. And that one is inside.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
With this win here today, you won the first 2 games of this 3-game series, so you would think the work is done, but when you're at home, I don't believe so. You got to come back with a mindset for Game 3 that you want to win it, and you're going to go out and do everything that it takes. You win like that at home, you position yourself for good things down the stretch.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.